Hi guys, we are going to start our next project. It is going to be on the element of art of value, and we are going to be making a face reflection that goes from super light all the way to super dark using one color. So today we are actually going to start by making a little bit of a stencil. So you're going to need 2 pieces of paper, you're going to need a pencil, scissors, and then a crayon. Okay, so if you need to pause the video while you go grab those supplies, go for it. Okay, so to start, we are going to just need a sheet of paper and a pen or pencil, and then a pair of scissors so that we can start by making the face shape. Okay, we're just going to draw the face one time and then we're going to cut it out and use that as a stencil. So I'm going to come in here and draw like a forehead, a nose, a little bit of a mouth, chin, and neck. Okay, not perfect, but it will totally work for this project. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut out on my line. Now, if you don't have scissors, you can freehand this multiple times. It's just way easier with the stencil because what we'll do is we'll just put the stencil in the paper and trace it a few times. So that's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna use a marker so that you guys can see better. So I'm gonna trace my stencil. Okay, so there's one time, and then I'm just gonna keep sliding it over, and I'm gonna do this, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times total. So we did 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Okay, and when I remove my stencil, I have my drawing that has all of my faces. And now I'm going to color it using value. So this part's actually pretty simple. The hard part was making the stencil and tracing it. And now I'm just gonna choose one color for this project. And I'm gonna start with my super, super light over here. And I'm using the light on the biggest area because light's so easy to do. So my super light, I'm barely even applying pressure. And then I'm gonna do a medium light where I'm just gonna apply a little bit more, but it's really soft still. And I'll color this one in. So again, value is light to dark of one color. And so I'm using a blue crayon and I'm coloring it super soft because I have to make my way all the way to the end. That last one is gonna be my super, super dark one. So I want to build up and I want to try to keep it on the lighter side as much as I can so that I don't get too dark too quick because sometimes that can be a challenge. You can only, forcefully push it so much. So eventually sometimes you get too dark too fast and you can't go much darker. So I try to always start with the lightest and go really, really soft. And I can always go back and adjust if I need to because I can always make things darker. It's a lot harder to make things lighter. So, okay, I have a nice soft transition so far. I'd say this one right now is about my normal coloring, which makes sense because it's the middle of all the faces. This is the midway point. So this is normal pressure. Nothing fancy yet, meaning I'm not doing anything additional pressure-wise. It's just basic coloring. Okay, so now I'm gonna start getting a little bit harder, but still not too crazy because I don't wanna go to that full press super hard until the very end. Because I wanna make sure that I keep the value as consistent as possible with increasing by just small increments. Okay. So you can see going from my light to my medium to my darker. Now I'm going to start getting a little bit darker. I'm still not pushing all the way yet because I have that last square, or I'm sorry, last section of the paper to do still. But I definitely am pressing more than normal. My hand is getting a little fatigued. I've also been making lots of project samples today, so that could partly be part of the reason. So hard pressure definitely wears your hand out. It makes it cramp a little bit, and that's normal. Okay, so for my very last one, this is where I'm gonna push it real good. And I'm gonna apply lots of pressure. And I am pressing super hard. I'm gonna try not to break my crayon. I do have a tendency to do that when I do my dark values. Thankfully, crayons are not super expensive, and broken crayons still color. So all good news. Okay. So guys, this then is the finished result. Okay. I started with the very light, went all the way up to the very dark just by changing my pressure. Now I accidentally spilled something on my sample, and that's why there's a little bit of blue on there, but my sample was done with purple. This one today was done with the blue. Again, I started by making the stencil of a face. I just did the forehead, nose, lips, chin, and there's like the neck. And then I laid it on the paper and I traced it, what did I say, 6 times total. And then I colored it with one crayon, any color you want, going from soft to hard, meaning light to dark pressure. Okay guys, have some fun with this one. Can't wait to see the end results. Have a great day, bye.